A man disposing of a body at a cement plant accidentally finds himself trapped in the concrete. When detectives rescue the man and bring him back to the police station, they can't figure out his identity. Just as the guard is escorting him to prison, he happens to run into a little girl walking toward them.
Hi, Max.
Hi, Susie.
Hi, Max.
This polite greeting from the little girl completely blows his cover, so he comes clean to the police about the entire crime. According to the man's confession, the body in the cement was actually his wife. That morning, he was planning to get milk from the fridge when he accidentally knocked over some Jell-O inside. He picked up a large piece of broken glass to clean up, but slipped on the floor. The glass shard in his hand pierced straight into his wife's heart, causing a fatal accident. Jim smirks and asks Max why he didn't call the police instead of disposing of the body. The man explains that not only did he kill his wife, but he also killed his grandmother when he was a child. At the time, his nearly 80-year-old grandmother was bedridden and could only survive on oxygen. But while he was sleeping, he didn't notice the oxygen tube under his chair. This caused his grandmother to suffocate to death after he cut off her oxygen supply. Since he was underage at the time, no one held him responsible. But at his current age, if he told people he accidentally killed his wife, nobody would believe him. Not only that, but the old lady across the street also died by accident. After he accidentally stabbed his wife to death, he looked up and saw the old lady in the window across the street. So he wanted to explain everything to the old lady, but who knew she would pick up the phone to call the police. He tried to stop her, but accidentally pushed her down instead. The old lady died from the fall. Afterwards, he thought about using suicide to try to cover everything up. First, he turned on the gas valve, then threw the old lady's body into the oven. After finishing all this, he rushed home to deal with his wife's body. He wrapped his wife's body in a blanket and put it in the trunk. Then he took off his bloody clothes and returned home wearing only underwear. After taking the little girl home from watching TV, he drove to the construction site. He wanted to give his wife a decent burial, but not only did the body not sink, he got buried himself. While trapped in the mud, he was even robbed by some punks. This is his entire criminal process. After hearing the man's full story, Kelly, who was standing outside the interrogation room, couldn't help but burst out laughing again. In everyone's eyes, Max might just be the unluckiest guy alive. And with that, the case was solved.